Whoa! Jeez. Hey, what's up, everyone? Oh, it's not quite the framing. Hey! Oh, that's loud. Sorry. Give me a second. Hello. How are y'all doing today? How's the volume levels? This is a new setup of sorts. Happy Friday. That seems a little loud still, based on my levels here. Yo, who'd I miss? Let me see. Yo, Clyde, thank you for 20 months. Much appreciated. Loud and echoey. That's fantastic. Well, echoey I'm not going to be able to do much about, unfortunately. As you can see, the room behind me is basically one giant empty box. I will be getting new furniture and things of that sort. Not quite yet, but at least it's workable. I'm probably also going to try and repaint at some point because this ended up a little bit more green than I anticipated, but you know, sometimes it's just how it goes, I guess. No, I have not set up any sound panels. To be honest, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to do, how I'm going to set up the streaming because, you know, I have this wonderful little sound booth here, little being the operative word. And it's like, wouldn't it be cool if I could stream from inside there? That would be fucking crazy. I could, if I get a laptop and put it in there. Shit would be gnarly. Anyway, how are we doing today, everyone? Come on, focus in. Also, I have no blinds, as you can tell. So it's very bright. Yeah, please do, Connor. Streamception. Oh yeah, look at that. I was like, what? Look at this sick tunnel. Ooh. Yeah, it's super green. It is way, way greener than I thought it would be. I felt a little bit better, like vindicated, because I was looking for just like paint color stuff, right? And I found an article that had mentioned the specific shade that I picked out, and it's like top of 2022. And it was like, hey, this is a cool color, except you really got to try it on your walls because it might not look the way you think it will. It's very dependent on the environment that it's in. And here it looks very green, like extreme, like here. Look, I have a sound panel up on the wall just because otherwise my neighbors can see right in. But let's see how it looks on the camera. Without a point of reference, it's not super easy to tell. Also, this camera really needs to get its autofocus in. It's extremely green. It's not as close to what you might call the neutral base that I was hoping for. But, you know, again, what are you going to do? Check this out, though, right? That's a brand new trim on the window. Look, that's a light. That trim on the window we built from scratch. I sanded it, painted it. I think it looks pretty nice. Got rid of all the drywall that was in the way of the nice wood frame. It's not nice wood, but it is a wood frame. Yeah, this new player housing mod is fantastic. Anyway, y'all, thank you so much for your patience as I have gone on this little journey. I'm really excited about it. The whole purpose of, you know, I've talked about it a little bit. The whole purpose of redoing my office this way was to give myself sort of a better workspace, get a little bit better organized, and just create the space both physically and mentally to be able to do the shit that I got to do. So I'm really excited to have it, you know, mostly done. I still have organizing to do, you know, with the shelves, and obviously I got to put some furniture in here. I got a new monitor that I'm going to be doing, and all kinds of other stuff. It's not really that interesting, but I'm pretty stoked, and I'm sure my wife is too, because shit is mostly done. The heavy lifting is over. And that's a big relief. So, today we're just going to be talking a little bit about, you know, kind of the next steps moving forward. I'm going to be doing some mod suggestions. I'm probably going to sign off around, I don't know, 2. So I have some other errands I got to run today on this beautiful, wonderful Friday. How are we doing? How's your weeks been? It's been actually a couple weeks since I saw you last. Last week I was sick, which sucked ass, but honestly, it wasn't so bad. I didn't get COVID. I didn't get the flu. It seemed to be just your run-of-the-mill cold, which is like weirdly nostalgic. You ever think you were going to be nostalgic for a cold? But I was. Yeah, Lizzie does Jira decorating. Soon, well, Airtable too. You already do Airtable decorating. I do Airtable decorating. I choose colors. Is doing Wildlander my full-time job? Unfortunately not, Oakspire. I tried to make it into my full-time job for a while. It's just that the money's not quite there. Maybe one day, or, you know, you never know what the future holds. But right now I combine Wildlander work with like standard freelance. I'm a video editor and animator. And hopefully now, more voice acting stuff. I've been doing a little bit of voice acting, but not as much as I would like. Because I didn't really have the space for it, but now I do. Now I have a giant white vocal booth in here. And man, let me tell you, does it work well. I think we've talked about this before, but it's really fucking creepy. It's like you step in there and you're in like a sound vacuum. So yeah, put simply, oh yeah, you guys get a chance to check out, I mean, it's playing in the background right now. It's been on repeat, but you get a chance to check out our brand new theme, right? We're really stoked about that. Oh, cool. Thanks so much, Celestial. Yeah, I was really fucking excited to showcase that. I had been working with the creator, Travis, for a little while. Rick and I, Rick is the editor for the upcoming trailer, thought it would be really cool to get a custom commissioned, theme for Wildlander that we're going to be using in all kinds of stuff moving forward. And I could not be happier with it, right? Hotkey skill mod looks amazing. Which one is that, Bird? This wouldn't be Parapets, would it be? Oh, thanks so much, Bambi. Because I've been speaking with Parapets about I don't think it's like a secret, but gun, huh? Let me check this out. Let's see, I'm gonna close this window. Let's do an incognito window, just in case. Would that block nudie stuff on Nexus by default? I feel like it should, right? I only have the one monitor, unfortunately. So, we're playing with fire here. What's it called? I'm just going to search hotkey skill mod Nexus Skyrim. Oh, you guys want to see something cool? Check this out. I finally, in the mail, received the keycaps I've been looking for, waiting on for forever. Check it out. I don't know if you guys, let me bring up OBS so I can sort of see what's going on here. I don't know how good the colors come through, but these are matcha keycaps by Osume. This has been, like, the color that I'm going to get for the room and eventually repaint it with is still going to be a green. It's going to be more neutral, right? So a lot closer, actually, to the sort of grayer, less saturated pastel. I don't know how well this is going to show up. Like, the exact coloring, you can kind of see it on, like, the function keys there. Has ChatGPT contributed to the development of Wildlander yet? It has not. Not as of yet. I do know that there has been some functionality for asking it to write code, or at least, like, inspecting your code. That could be useful. Honestly, I'm sure there's many different ways that AI will become useful for stuff that we do. But to be honest, this is why today is kind of exciting for me, or just, symbolically. Lizzie's been doing all kinds of stuff in the background. She's been working on bug fixes. She's been working on development stuff. She's been working on the wiki. She's been doing support. I've been working pretty much exclusively on this and then keeping up with my, freelance obligations because I need to do that in order to survive. Walubot on Discord is chat. Oh, I did not know that, Lizzie. Well, okay. Well, then I guess the answer is yes. Let's see. Hotkey skill. Framework new combat set mode provides several new animation events. Interesting. Basic skills, special moves available to hotkey by setting up the MCM. Framework for new combat. Okay, so this is immediately different than what I was thinking. Let's see. Well, I guess the video ought to just strip me out over here. Or just like minimize the whole thing, put it down over here. Let's see. Yeah, let me pause our music so I can turn up. Ugh, no. What the hell? I need this again now. I gotta put it back. There we go. Set the hotkey in the MCM. Let's put it in cinema mode at least. Okay. Oh, interesting. So basically, these are... Okay, I'm a little... So is this like a framework, or are these built in to this? Okay, let's see here. 5 basic special moves are available to hotkey, setting up the MCM. Easily add new attack skills and ultimate with shortcuts. Animation can simply be replaced. Okay, so it's primarily... Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. Intended as a frame. I mean, this is very cool. For each weapon, you code in some special moves for special weapons. Ah, gotcha. So this is almost like a... like, looking at it, it almost feels like a sort of... like Monster Hunter style system. Some Giga Smash. Yeah, sure. This is super cool. Skill animation. But one worry that I have... So it's like you have... You would do... Is there a way to utilize... Like, okay, am I essentially limited to 5 different skills overall? Or, like, could you do something to, you know, have 5 skills for a specific weapon? Maybe it says the answer to this. It doesn't have to be that, trust me. Even if you think it would be. Because what I'm seeing here, if I actually, let's go ahead and look at the example mod script, preview file contents. This makes me actually think it might be. Yeah, those Brownings are gnarly. Yeah, so, well, magic behavior. Huh. Okay, let's download these. Take a look at the scripts. Oh, do I need to log in? Shart. I don't want to log in because, well, how about this? I'll open up a regular window and I'll download it. Give me the, here. Download it here. That way I know. Start download. Gimme. Let's see, base script. We're going to do skill A script as well. So we have them both here. No, get on out of here. Can I close tabs? I can. Okay, on effect start. Skill 1, 2, check the script. Annotation automatically receive when. Okay. Animation event detected. Add spell. Skill 1 SP. Spell property fireball. Yeah, okay. So it does look as though... Well, okay, this is actually kind of hard for me to tell if this is like... Spell property skill 1 SP. I mean, in theory, I think you could do this to have, like, let's say a set of 5 for whatever spell or weapon you want. I would think so. It's not super clear to me, though. I would really have to dig through. Animations, 5 skill animations, 1 special animation, and 10 custom animations that are not related to actually using the functionality. Payloads make it easier. That's the other thing, is I'm not super familiar with how the payload interpreter works. So that question, like the question that I'm asking here, may just be for people who understand payload interpreter sort of intuitively, one way or the other. Hope that would extend to NPCs. I mean, the short answer is like maybe. You would have to have a well. I mean, if there's spells, if you use fireball, and I really don't know. That's another question that I would have is like, will NPCs use this? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, here's people asking. This is not. Yeah, this is an unrelated thing that actually I also want, but historically there's not been a good way to do it. Although there actually is now. Maybe. Check this out. Is this the incognito one? No, it's not. Get you out of here. Say grimy utilities. There. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Check this out. Well, I guess we should open this anyway. Is there a way we can hide the streamception? We can, but then anytime I need to adjust the levels, it's going to be kind of annoying. Oh, and apparently if I minimize, then everything goes away. So I'll just drag this over here then. Good enough. Let's see. Some functions are implemented, not they're still required. So this is my like dream shit over here, right? Just grab me plugin, or I want. There is a okay. Yeah, okay, grimy utilities. That's what I'm looking for. Check this out. Cast spells instantly, even with weapons equipped. Put multiple potions, poisons into a single hotkey. Now that's some crazy shit. Excuse me. Is that drinking sound horrible, or is it okay? Item queues. I wonder if other stuff uses this, or if they just kind of built it out. This is nuts, though. This is like something that we've wanted for a long time. Yeah, Wildlander ASMR. Spells function based on the cooldown instead of a charge up period, cooldown times, experience, spell cost of hot cast spells, balance page. So I've been looking for a way to like instant cast. Well, so here's actually a. So I started to say this. This is what I thought you guys might be referring to, and I'm pretty sure it's okay to talk about this. I'm not like nothing set in stone, but I know that Parapets. If y'all know Parapets is a legend, absolutely legendary modder. Done a million different things, but in particular, Parapets has been kind of a legend when it comes to like user input type stuff, UI, UX. They are the person who created the auto input switch, right? I remember when I was looking for a way to, like, the only reason that we can use the gamepad and the keyboard in tandem with each other is because of Parapets. I was looking for a way to do that, and Parapets was just like, oh yeah, that would be cool if that was possible, and then just made it. So, legend, right? So I was speaking to them the other day, and I had asked previously, you guys know that I've been trying to do stuff with the Steam input, right, and like the menus. And previously there was no way to access the Steam input hooks, you might say, from the keyboard. That was what I was particularly asking about. Parapets found a way, which is nuts. It's not super clear to me exactly what will be possible. I don't want to overpromise, or, it's possible that this mod never comes out. But I do know that Parapets is playing with Steam input functionality integrated with the sort of scale form and like native Skyrim UI stuff features, which is really cool because it would be very nice to get all of that. It would be wonderful if we could use the Steam input stuff, like real radial menus, right? Like from the keyboard and the gamepad. the little hotkey menus, just all different kinds of stuff that you could do. And Parapets is already integrated like the Steam keyboard with Skyrim. So, there's precedent. It should be pretty crazy. And one of the things that I'm hoping to do, and this was the reason initially that I even brought it up with them. Oh yeah, I was working on these. Is check this out. Here's like a little brief concept. I've been messing with some UI stuff in my spare time. But one of the things that I would like to do, and please understand that this is a mock-up. This is not a, functioning feature yet. What I did have functioning, well, this will be clear in a second. Let's see. I'm not going to, no, it's not stretching. Ugh. There we go. The Wildlander symbol is arbitrary. It's something that we thought looked cool. And maybe we'll come up with a meaning for it, a deep meaning after the fact, and then we'll pretend that it was there the whole time. I think that would be funny. Where is my... Here, shortcut buttons. So this is like a little mock-up that I made for... Can I get rid of this guide? Just a basic concept for like showing the stuff that you have equipped. So like, but here's what is working. I did manage to get 24 hotkeys working on gamepad, right? The way that you access them is it's a Steam input function. It's through their layered control schemes. If y'all have seen, I mean, this worked even in the old big picture, but it was a lot harder to set up because the old big picture sucked ass, if you'll pardon my French. Like, it was fine. It's not easy to navigate and it's super wonky. Finally, they brought the wonderful gamepad UI from Steam Deck over to the proper Steam desktop platform. So some of you may have noticed that if you're interested in this sort of thing. It's wonderful. So what we do have working behind the scenes, and this is, just again, something I was working on in my spare time. It's not something that's going to make it into the next update for sure, because that's going to be religion and jobs. Some other little fixes. But I've wanted to add more hotkeys for a very long time. That functionally is working. The way that it works on gamepad is that you have, if you hold like left bumper, you get a set of 8 hotkeys, right? Like on your face buttons, you get you could have more than that, but I'm probably going to limit it to 8 to keep it simple. So, your up, down, left, right on the D-pad, and then your A, B, X, Y, or square, circle, triangle, X, cross on a PS4 or PS5. So yeah, you get one set of 8 per bumper, and then if you hold both bumpers, you get another set, right? So it's an additional 24. In addition to that, it's going to be possible to set up radial menus, which I can make do all different kinds of things. So, a lot of powers and stuff won't even necessarily be tied to your hotkeys. I'm also planning to do a couple different things with, I won't even bother to get into it, but a lot of additional control methods that are going to, in my opinion, make the gamepad experience just so much better. This is like something I've wanted to do for a while to make the gamepad, actually usable on its own. You don't have to use the keyboard with it. But I was especially interested in doing it because I want to make Wildlander compatible with the Steam Deck, right? It's almost compatible already. The only thing that we need to really change is the way that we generate NPC appearances, which I won't bother digging into too deeply because, frankly, it's not that interesting. It's just technical. But the way that we currently generate NPC faces at runtime is, and we do this a particular way in order to save space with the installation, but it doesn't work through the Steam Deck because of something to do with Proton and like the Linux-based operating system. I don't really know, to be honest, but it doesn't matter. We can do it the real way, and there are benefits to doing that. The install size is a little bit larger, but also the load times are faster, and in general, it's a little bit more efficient not having the game generate all the NPC stuff at runtime. But anyway, I wanted the Steam Deck to, I wanted Wildlander to be compatible with the Steam Deck. That means you don't have to have a 100% non-keyboard setup because obviously the Steam Deck is built to play games that don't necessarily just have a gamepad setup. But I would prefer if it, the gamepad was kind of all you needed and it's nice and intuitive, And this was kind of an effort for that, right? So what we see here, excuse me, is like a visual representation of what your various hotkeys are. Because as it is right now, the hotkeys all work. The way that it works is that all those sets of face buttons that I mentioned are all assigned to like 1 through 8, and then the function rows, and then also the number pad rows. So you can't hit them on the keyboard as well. It's just kind of a pain in the ass. Or like if you're a person who doesn't have a function row key, then you got to use function buttons, whatever. But you can use them. The problem is that none of the stuff that you're hotkeying is going to be... I mean, honestly, this is kind of a problem with vanilla Skyrim, even at least if you're playing on keyboard. Fun fact, on gamepad, you get 2 hotkeys, which is really funny. You get left on the D-pad and right on the D-pad, so that's pretty easy to remember. But if you are a mage or an alchemist or just anyone who uses a lot of different powers and a lot of different things, it's kind of a pain in the ass sometimes to remember what your various hotkeys are. There's nothing to really sort of indicate it to you. So I wanted to fix that, and the wonderful, wonderful work on Elden Equip was what first sort of inspired me to dig into it. Elden Equip is built on Skyrim platform, which, if I can help it, I would prefer not to make into a dependency. But, you know, you never know. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, yeah, that's what this is. So when you wouldn't see this all the time, right? It would just be like, you hold down the left bumper or hold down whatever button on the keyboard, you know, shows what your hotkeyed stuff is. And you'll get like a little indicator showing what's assigned where. And it's dynamic, right? So you can change the hotkey, and then this changes too. It's pretty basic stuff if you've ever played an MMO or anything that has you using a lot of different powers and understands that you probably aren't going to remember all of that stuff. Yeah, what's up, SK? How you doing? But Skyrim doesn't have anything like that. It's a game from 2011 with a console-focused UI and a UX that clearly expects you to be digging into the favorites menu like all the time. Oh shit, Bambi, I missed your 21 months, or did I? And thank you very much for 4 months, SK. I appreciate it. So yeah, that's some little fun stuff that, again, it's going to be a ways off in the future, but I think it's cool. And there's something else I was trying... Oh, fun fact. I'm probably going to change the Wildlander font to this. I still have to test it to make sure that I like it, but I think that I like it a lot. It'll be the first font change in a very long time since Ultimate Skyrim, the Ultimate Skyrim days. I don't know if anyone cares as much about fonts as I do. Probably not, but to me it's exciting. I love fonts, I love typography, and finding a good one is always a really fun thing. I love the one that we currently use. It's based on Centaur MT Bold. It's like a little custom tweaked version that works better for Skyrim in my opinion. But the problem with Centaur, if you want to dig into the font discussion, which I'm sure everybody would love to because it's tremendously entertaining, the stroke width, we'll say, the characters are a little bit hard to read sometimes. They're not quite as thick as probably they should be to make things easier to read for people with bad vision or other accessibility problems. And in that same vein, there is also a pretty large disparity between the vertical length, or like we'll say the height of the capital characters and the lowercase. The lowercase characters are floating just above like halfway up the capitals, if that makes sense. So this one helps that. It makes it a lot more readable. And it's, again, probably not something that people are super interested in, or I don't know, maybe some people out there. But I do think it actually makes a big difference, not just in accessibility, but things like fonts and UI and that kind of shit. I've said this a million times, but I do think it kind of subtly informs the vibe in a much stronger way than people realize. So I like to spend time on that. And it's fun for me. That's like an area of design that I really like. Yeah, so that's kind of, what's going on. Is that Infamous down in the bot? It is. Man. When's the last time you played Infamous? This is not like a new... Why does it keep smash cutting to that? Why is there... The rise and fall of Infamous. Gotcha. It's like a video essay. Yeah, so the stuff that I'm actually going to be doing as I kind of dive back into development is just really full on religion. Lizzie's obviously had her stuff with missives ready to go for quite a while. I know there's other things she would like to do, but we'll say a lot of that is working and really awesome. So I'm going to be diving into religion. I have kind of towards the end of the month here, I have to cram and do a lot of freelance that is I've left right at the end. But, I'll be doing what is right now kind of like, I would still call it the design phase. We're still pretty sure that we're going to be using the religion, I'll call it the religion 4.0 framework now because of all the cool stuff that Iron Dusk has handed off to us. But exactly how we're going to implement it, how much of the sort of current introduction to the powers, which is really cool and really unique. It's just like obviously we, have like a unique character creation process. I was thinking it would be cool to maybe let people sort of buy in, have like a certain deity. There's all kinds of stuff. I got to figure out, where and how it's going to fit. And that's kind of the first task. The second task is building. I would like to build one of the deities from scratch so that we know sort of what that process looks like. As you might imagine, religion, and we've dug through it on previous streams. I'm not super sure if any of you have seen that or were around for that, but it's very complex. It's very cool. It's exactly the sort of kind of across your entire playthrough depth that we were looking for. That's the primary reason why we went with religion over some of the other options, which is not to say I'm not going to look at those other options too. It's been a while, so I kind of want to dig back through, but to me, it's almost a bona fide done deal that it's going to be religion. And if so, I would like to build out a whole deity just so I can understand kind of, A to Z, start to finish, what that process looks like and just how it all works, right? That's also beneficial for us because there are a handful of Daedra, I want to say, who are not quite finished yet. And maybe some of the Aedra, I can't really remember. I feel like they're more complete at this point. So, I don't know. It's kind of killing two birds with one stone. I don't like that expression. I like birds. Sometimes I guess you got to kill something. But yeah, I like what's it called? Religion a lot. And I think that it's going to be I'm hoping it's not going to be insane to build out like a deity and sort of start filling those gaps on our own. We'll see. I'll let you guys know as we do it. And we'll convert those unknowns into knowns, hopefully. Yeah, absolutely. I'll include a disclaimer. Is 25 FPS and normal on 1050 Ti? To be honest with you, 1050 Ti is a pretty old card. 20 FPS, 25 FPS in towns, probably for sure. Mash 2 potatoes with 1 fork. There you go. Beautiful, Connor. Love it. Beautiful. I don't know about this FPS business here. Shouldn't be running shaders. Oh yeah, do you mean low shaders or do you mean... you have to mean low shaders. If you turn the shaders off, you're probably going to get much better FPS because even the low shaders, the shaders of the ENB profile that we used, it's pretty... Even the low, it's a lot less intense than the high and the ultra, but it's not, it's still got a pretty big impact. What's up, Liam? Yo, thanks very much. Have a good one. So yeah, you might want to try without the shaders and see how it goes. But again, I would ask first and foremost kind of what area you're talking about. If you're getting that performance and you're just kind of like out in the wilderness and stuff, then I would say, oof, you're really going to want to adjust that. What was the other thing I was going to say? Something related to religion. Not sure. I think that was it. I think that's everything. It's pretty basic. It's like the next steps are figuring out how to do it. I think that's pretty simple. And I swear there was something else. Jobs, whatever. Maybe the roadmap. I think that would be it. The roadmap, You don't have 10 gigabytes of VRAM, can't run shaders. The roadmap I would like to kind of pick at as well. There's obviously some stuff there that still needs to be done. Some general cleanup, and I need to finish populating a lot of the milestone sections and also add sort of like the releases tab. That I probably won't do until later. I don't think that's the highest priority. But, oh yeah, Lucian's going to be in there. That's not so bad, though. That one, I'm pretty comfortable saying. You're not in towns, Diablo. Yeah, I would... You can adjust those graphics up and down easily with the drop downs, so I would try turning off the shaders and see if it's better. Yeah, so the roadmap I'm going to be polishing up a little bit. There's really like all kinds of stuff to be done on the back end. Just trying to take it one chunk at a time, and sort of I don't know. I've got like a loose structure to it that we're going to be sort of tweaking and improving as we go. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to tell you guys. If you have any questions about the upcoming update, feel free to levy them at me as we go. And with that, I think we should dive into some... Oh yeah, maybe that was the other thing, is that like hopefully it's not really, doesn't matter for you guys, but I'm hoping we'll be able to integrate over to Airtable completely. Yeah, I kind of like the... Yo, thank you so much for 3 months, Pinju. I actually don't think, yeah, like I think the game looks pretty fucking good still, even without the ENB, because there's still stuff like adjustments. I mean, honestly, I think, you know, like I think vanilla actually doesn't look bad. Don't tell anyone that I said that, but it's true. And there are still changes on top of vanilla. There's plenty of, you know, texture mods, and there's the lighting changes and the weather and all that kind of stuff. I think the ENB and the shaders are fantastic. It's, yeah, the performance is intense. I'm hoping that we get the fucking DLSS for ENB soon. That would be great, because DLSS is really, it's like a paradigmatic game changer. Religion misses Lucian and minor bug fixes, guards chasing you fixes. What's a guards chasing you fix, SK? But I mean, generally, yeah, that fits. Can you check like draw distance? I mean, that's what the graphics. I sneak and guards follow me for hours. They shouldn't follow you for hours, but if you sneak and then stop sneaking, they will still follow you for a little bit. Yeah, you can change that stuff, Diablo. It'll just be, you have to go into, I mean, it's kind of tricky. Have you done this stuff before? Are you familiar with how to adjust like the Skyrim preferences and whatever? Because if so, I'd say go for it. Yeah, I mean, that's possible, Lizzie, but he could, I mean, this is why, to me, the whole like delay wall kind of idea, it's like, you can... It works better than just being like, okay, this is going to be in like early access until it's out. Like, then yeah, you're just incentivized to like never release it. Like if this dude's getting $5,000 a month on Patreon, no one's going to want, like, you need that income and you're working on it. So like, you know, power to you, but it's like, just have the latest version be like, I always see like these, you know, the Patreons where it's like, oh, here's the new, like, here's version 1.1 and here's version 1.2 and here's version 1.3. It's like, and they're always like, oh, we're not going to release it until it's 2.0. Just keep, like, there will still be people paying for like 1.3 if only 1.2 is available, right? Like, just do it like that and you'll have way less people pissed at you too. I think not everyone, some people are still going to be pissed at you, but you're never going to please everybody. Go through Dylan's suggestions. Sure, I can do that today if you like. I can tell you my opinion on Palaces and Castles Enhanced right now, which is that it's pretty fucking cool. And I've actually tested it quite a lot. And it was... Oh no, that's the public. Wait. Oh, I'm in incognito. Oops. I was like, why am I not signed in? Okay, this is going to be tricky. So I'm going to go on Airtable here. And the Requiem Regen Changes mod from the Discord. I'm mean, yeah, we could be. I think we planned on including the regen in there as well, but we're not super sure. Let's see, my work environment. Look at that. I'm going to, let's do some of mine, shall we? We have 58 user. How many of mine? 106. Let's see. Let's do some of these. We've not gone through mine yet. Aquatic Jungle. We need some background music again. What would be, let's do like a Travis playlist. That's what we need to do. Go Travis. Our boy. This is, for anyone who doesn't know already, this is the composer of our theme, which is really cool. Also the composer of actually this song right here, which is the background to our character creation. Actually, this is the whole album. It's from a Curse of Strahd. Is that how you pronounce that? Dungeons and Dragons campaign. I'm gonna pause. It's this track right here. Let's just go ahead and let it play through the whole thing. Excuse me. What's our levels right now? Beautiful, spooky. Wow, listen to that. Record is 36. Yeah, well, I'm definitely not beating that in an hour. But let's see how much I can do, okay? Let's see. Well, if it's gonna be... Let's do... Okay, we'll do this one for mine, and then we'll do other stuff. Unassessed. That's not truly unassessed. I can show you. Mod link, mod description. Let's kind of clean these up while we're going through. Nice and easy. Whoops. Why is that like that? There we go. Say mod requested because I guess I can leave that blank. I'll say, I don't know. I'm gonna leave that blank for now. So, but very likely approved. I evaluated this mod extensively once upon a time and loved the additions to the palaces and castles, made them feel much more appropriately scaled, and also the player ample reason to explore and find, steal various valuables and whatever. The reason it's considering is just because it's very large scale mod and it's possible I missed content that would push the needle away from integration, but I find that unlikely and would love to add this mod and integrate it with the, let's say, rest of the city versal mods like Skyrim sewers and maybe the new open cities. Cool. How about that? Is that enough? Oh yeah, the ASMR typist. It's really, so you guys know what my keyboard sounds like. It's nice and soundy, if you ask me. But I have noticed that since I added these keys, it sounds, in my opinion, even better. Matcha. Beautiful. Let's show it off again. Hello. There it is. Pretty good. Alright, get rid of this. We're going to call this city and town expansions. We're going to call it stealth and thievery. Let's call it travel. I don't know if I call it travel. Let's call it, honestly, that's fine to me. New locations, maybe. New lands and world spaces doesn't quite apply, so that's okay. What switches? These are baby kangaroos, which it's really nice that they kind of, I mean, you can't see them anyway, right? Like, these aren't translucent keys, but they are this really nice kind of green. Oh, there's the track, which matches kind of the color scheme I was going for really well. The baby kangaroos, I think, they're one of the default choices with the NJ80, and the rest of the choices are great. They are also a little bit more standard. It's stuff that you're going to find with a lot of pre-built keyboards, you know, Gatoron, reds, yellows, browns, blacks. The baby kangaroo to me is harder to get your hands on, or it's a little bit less typical, and it's really fucking good. People sleep on the baby kangaroos, I'm telling you. Yo, what's up, Jay? How you doing? Let's see. This is... Okay, I'm going to call this... Gee, I don't know. That's a tough one. I almost want to say... MISC... No, what is it? Location... Sort of locations pack. Because it's not individual to any city. Yeah, hell yeah, brother. Actually, Jay and I got to hang out. It was the first real-world IRL Ultimate Skyrim / Wildlander meetup in our team's history. Town expansion, is that a milestone, Lizzie? Yes, that was cool. Thoughts on great cities of JK's north. Is that the one that mashes everything together? So my general thoughts on cities is that I'd like to make them bigger, enhance the scale, make it a little bit more believable. We've got some pretty cool options for doing that. These days, I lean a little bit more towards the type of mods that add stuff to the sort of what we will call exterior. Okay, well, maybe I should do it this way. There's two kind of types of city mods to me. One is, actually we'll call it three. Type 1 is beautification mods, which tend to take the existing sort of, this would be like JK's, right? So JK's is not as concerned with adding whole ass new, like, you know, buildings and characters or whatever. It's mostly like, let's kind of add additional detail to what's there already. Type 2 is kind of what I just touched on. It's stuff that wants to sort of expand the existing city world spaces by adding, you know, new buildings, new services, new people, this kind of thing. You could call that like content. And then 3 is like, let's add that kind of content I just mentioned, but to parts of the cities that are not utilized yet. So this would be your Whiterun Valley, your like Holds adds a lot of sort of exterior. This would be anything that adds like, you know, stuff to the Solitude docks and like makes it bigger. Generally these types of mods tend to edit the areas around the cities, right, where stuff isn't already. So I love 3, type 3. Type 2 is okay if it's not crazy. So like Dawn of Skyrim, right, tries to do a lot of type 2 style content, but it also does a lot of type 1 decorations. Type 1 is the biggest issue for us because type 1 is where you get a bunch of draw calls, right? Right now, we have kind of a custom mashup of JK's and Dawn of Skyrim, and the performance is not good. There are areas in which it's a lot better than it would have been had we not tweaked anything, but it's still not good. It's not nearly where it needs to be. What I'm going to be doing is really going back to the drawing board on the cities and kind of building from scratch and just kind of tearing everything up that I've done already on it and focusing more on types 2 and 3. No, I have not seen the Whiterun and Unity YouTube video, but that sounds dope. I've seen a couple of those types of things. I've seen like an Unreal Riverwood before. So yeah, and that's my general philosophy. Maybe an exception to that, you might say, would be I like the mods that add or that change the existing architecture of the major cities to make them more unique. I do believe that maybe Great Cities does that for quite a few places. I know there's a few different series that will do that, right? That I think is super cool. And you do have to be careful there still because, you know, it's a different model. So different draw calls and you got to be careful. But I like that idea a lot. And that's really kind of my general philosophy. All right, let's see. We call that considering, and I think we're good. So let's go to user mods. ETAC use standard Skyrim voices. Yeah, I agree, Lizzie. I mean, we're really going to have to see if ETAC is what we're going to use in general because there's a lot of those types of mods that I just mentioned. And I don't know if ETAC is still getting updated, but didn't you say it's not getting updated on the Nexus? It's only getting updated on AFK mods, which is kind of problematic for us. NPC wear amulets of Mara plus. Ooh. Oh, it's J. Marriageable NPCs having a chance to earn amulet of Mara. Ha, that's cool. She hit it for update a year. Oh. Well, interesting. I mean, Jenna does take these kind of like big long breaks. I don't know. Can't really say. Posts. Beautiful. NPC. I mean, you know it's going to be compatible with the newly released immersive rejections. Yeah. I mean, this is beautiful. Say approved. Awesome. Beautiful. Needed. Tags. I guess you could call this kind of quality of life. Also call it marriage, family and marriage. Maybe religion as well. We're gonna, oopsie. Add milestone. We're gonna say, what would this be? I guess relationship, or what was it? NPC interaction. Yeah, that's where it belongs. We'll say approved. There's 2. How about that, Lizzie? 105. Simplicity of Cello. Another SOS, huh? Place farmhouses with unique buildings. Oh, interesting. Base object swapper, not total overhaul. Basically replaces the roofs. Oh, cool. Before... That is actually a brilliant idea. It's, I imagine, much better at kind of creating a unique feeling location, but you don't necessarily need to, you know, rebuild like a whole model from scratch. That is rad. I mean, Wanking Skeever only has good ideas. So, say, considering only because there's a chance... Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it this way. Say approved. There's a chance that some of our other plans for settlements... I'm still getting used to typing on these keys. Apologies. Might override changes of this sort. But I love this ideology, I guess, for making settlements more unique without requiring a ton of work. I don't want to say a ton of work. A ton of reimagination. I'm happy to add it as a baseline to work from. Right. Makes sense, Jay. Thought changing the names of the caravan guards from immersive patrol is not particularly lore friendly. Pretty sure one was called Daryl. Really? That actually might have been... I might have done that on purpose for, what's it called? Aosana. Or if it wasn't me, then, yeah, we can change him to anything, Connor. We'll change him to Connor. How about that? Everyone, Connor, but with a different spelling. Tags. Dragon Bridge. Oh. Guess we don't have a Dragon Bridge one. We do now. Change the color later. Lonnie Murdoch. Yeah, actually, I do remember Murdoch at the very least. Lonnie doesn't seem entirely nuts, but... Oh, I know about Lizard. Murdoch is pretty weird. This would be city... Not really a town expansion. We'll call it environment visuals. And also quality of life, I would say. You get on out of here. Say solitude expansion. Perhaps. Approved. Chill. There's 3. Closed mouths for orcs. What? Orcs unable to close their mouths. I don't know if I've ever noticed this before. Give me a comparison here. Yes, of course. Give me... Is there like a before and after? I mean, this looks good. I can't imagine why we wouldn't use this. Sure, why not? Cool. What an interesting... Oh, wow. There's... Sometimes I forget that people really dive in on some of the, especially like the beast races. Right. Maybe we should add these too. A dentist for Orsimers. Immersive mouth and teeth for orcs. Probably we should. Why not? Sure, I'm down. Food makes sense to me, and the pics look grand. Call this PC appearance expansion. Say approve. Whoops. What is this option? There's like an empty one. I guess, I don't know. Maybe that's how you remove it. Yo, what's up, Jay? How you doing? I have never noticed this before. I guess maybe I don't... I mean, there's not that many orcs comparatively, I guess. And I don't usually play as orcs, so maybe this is why. We already approved one of your mods, by the way, earlier. It was the Amulet of Mara mod. Probably player customization, NPC, or say humanoid appearances. Sorry, visuals. And I don't know. Animations, maybe? It does replace tries, so technically that would apply. Cool. Is that 4 or 5? Allow dialogue progress bug fix. Try to talk to an NPC that already has some dialogue and often able to skip it. Yes, I've noticed this. Interesting. Skipping the dialogue based off specific flags that are set inside the dialogue widget has a minor oversight in its code that makes it not handle rejoining a conversation very elegantly. Wow, okay. Does that not cause any problems? Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I think we did already, Jay. Try to talk to an NPC. Alright, is there any sort of... Skipping the task dialogue will not progress the task. See, this is the kind of thing I was worried about. Yeah, this is a worry for me, for sure. Telling me I can get rejected in Skyrim as well? It's like, yeah, great, just what I wanted. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's forcing you to skip it. Speeds up the dialogue. Instantly skip dialogue, NG. Sounds like... Ooh. Okay. So that... Well, this one's a little complex. Say, considering I can easily see benefit in fixing this bug, and I have noticed it as well. However, I was worried the game needed certain dialogue to be unskippable for technical reasons, and from reading the comments, this may be the case. There are users reporting quests, stages not advancing properly, etc. We can evaluate this solution and also there appear to be alternatives, more recent alternatives like What was it called? Instantly skip dialogue, which we can evaluate as well. There you go. I'm gonna say, actually, you know what? Whatever. Okay, considering is fine. Nope. Add that one to misc fixes. Actually, definitely misc fixes 2. You know that one's not super high priority. Fixes 2. God, this music is so good. Travis is a fucking legend. Alright, let's see here. Unassessed, considering, bing bang boom. Got it. Tags. This will be bug fixes, quality of life, dialogue? I don't know if I'd call it dialogue. It's not like a mechanic that we're talking about. Travis Scott is pretty good. Related mod requests. Cool. I think that's good. What's up, Intervision? Random barrel roll. Barrel roll. Yes. I think they mean more hand placed, but yes. You know me, but I know you, and you have to guess. I'm assuming you mean don't know me. I know what you mean, I think. I have to guess, but I never will, huh? Ah, okay. We know each other IRL. It's gotta be James Marsden. No, wait. Haley Joel Osment. I don't know these people, actually. I think Eric and Rob and Winston. Is it Eric, Rob, or Winston? I can't dox anyone by saying their names. If I say Winston, they'll end up doxing him. We're in the hot tub. I mean, I know I can start listing people, but Winston is a goner now? He's sunk another boat. Or did he finally finish the job and burn down the library? That's actually, I'm so glad that Winston didn't die in that fucking, that scares me every time he tells the story of the boat. Okay, well, you know, yeah, Winston, our buddy Winston works in the Large Hadron Collider, which is pretty crazy and scary to me. Yeah, is he gonna create a, what's it called? A black hole? I don't know why we wouldn't add this. You gotta tell me. I can't guess. I'll lose my focus. Yeah. Approved. This is Roy? We know each other. You just don't remember Dragonborn. Yeah, sure. It's like... Was I right? Well, I mean, if you said... Yeah, it's really not hard for me to lose focus. What's up, dude? How you doing? Hope you're well. Yeah, I lose focus on everything all the time. Say... Related mod requests... Just thinking about Winston fucking almost burning down the library. That's just a quick mini story. Our friend, when he was a kid, they were like in high school or something. Him and our other friend were just being silly high schoolers, as high schoolers do. And there's like a tree near this library. This is like their high school library that has like, I don't know, like what kind of, Roy, maybe you know what kind of tree. It has like these weird fluffy things that apparently are very flammable. So they just like were like lighting these things, and I guess they like drifted with the wind and it started a small fire. And they were like, oops, uh-oh. And I think they just like ran away. Is that incorrect? You would know it better than I would. That's the story as it was relayed to me, but it's also been so many years at this point. But the funny part, at the very least, is that they got scared, freaked out, ran home, and just started playing Halo. So that's kind of like the little meme for us. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's the case. But yeah, so I guess someone saw them doing it, told like a teacher that it was them, and so they got in trouble. But they didn't burn it down. That's what matters. That's what's good. And I don't think there was anyone like in it at the time. Starting a fire, running away in California as well. Yeah, no kidding. Especially because like that area is extremely dry, which I imagine is why the fire caught so easily. Yeah, okay. This would be, I guess you would technically call this what? Appearances for or item and object visuals. We'll also call it quality of life. Easy peasy. Ooh, classic. What? I didn't know that. It's an omen. Is it a good omen or a bad one? I know that blood moons are typically not associated with good things, but you know, maybe they just get a bad rap. Name dragon, more challenging, rewarding. See, make encounters the name dragon priest a more challenging and rewarding experience. This is like a classic, right? Oh, I've downloaded it at some point. So it's like a new quest as well. I'm saying new items. Yeah, dude, take care of yourself, man. It's good to hear from you. Let's see. I'm gonna say, considering for all of the reasons Tenshi mentioned, but seems very cool and may interface well with that Dragon Priest mod that integrates with the Alden fight if we end up adding it. And just go in general. So tags, let's say new quests. Seems like maybe writing. I can't tell, not like it really matters that much. Whatever. New quest generally covers it. Let's say new items. We'll say new powers. No spells and powers. And dungeons. New dungeons. What about expansions? Say dungeon expansions. I'd say world expansions, honestly, a little bit. Alright, cool. Say, oh, this is like an interesting one. I almost want to call this like, I'll call it quest pack. That seems fair. Oh, quest and dungeon pack 1. Boom, baby. Mum's the word NG. Soul untap worthless items you steal. Is Lizzie, are you seeing this? Did you know about this? Because this seems pretty similar. This is funny. Poor Ryan. He must, God, the amount of messages he must receive. Is there like an any? Is this the boss fight? No, creeping hut. Mods I suggested to replace the mods, which hasn't gone. Oh, okay. So you do. Is this your suggestion, or is this redundant, or you just mean like you were telling me about it? I'm gonna say, assuming. Oh, gotcha. Needed a replacement for better stealing on the newest version, so this could work well. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I feel like a lot of Yami no Tenshi. I mean, I need to kind of troll our own Discord a little bit more often than I do, but they might have the record of approved suggestions, right? Let me see here. Nice, SK. Yeah, what I'm probably going to do, I'm saving up money right now. I'm thinking I'm going to get like the LG C2, the OLED is now way cheap because the new ones are coming out. I don't have enough room for a TV and a like desk with a monitor. So I think I'm just going to get a big 42-inch and put it on like that's almost too big for like a monitor, but I do have like 30 inches of space here, so I feel like I can make it happen. And I also will put an arm on it where I can pull it out, and that way it can be used as a TV for the couch. Is my thinking. Anyway. Tags. Oh, gotcha. Let's see here. Stealth and thievery. Call this quality of life. I think that fits. Cool. Stealth and crime expansion. Love it. Approved. Request related feature requests. Alright, we're good. You know what the count is on that? It's gotta be 7 or 8. I want to say Windhelm Bridge revived. Oh, interesting. Whoa. Fuck me. Nice, Connor. Mine right now is on a stack of books. We got Art of Overwatch, the OG strategy guide from Brady Games for version 1.0 of World of Warcraft, and a Splatoon 2 art book. And this is pretty gnarly. It definitely looks fucking cool. Art of War. Sun Tzu said, put your monitor on a stack of things to get it higher up for ergonomic purposes. Damn, okay, well, Icy Window Capital One Helm expansion. Okay. Cool. If the enemy steals your monitor stand, you must attack. Sun Tzu said that. And I think he knows a little bit more about war. What was the line? More like big booty CBBE mod and bust, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna say considering, because there's a lot of objects here and we'd have to evaluate performance when stacked alongside the other Windhelm edition mods. However, this is probably my favorite bridge overhaul at a glance. It looks very, let's say Windhelm bridge overhaul. Very reasonable and cool, and I'm excited to evaluate it when the time comes. Tag, say Windhelm, we'll say city and town expansions, we'll say, I think that's honestly fine. Maybe item and object visuals. No, environment visuals, sorry. Boom. Say considering and Windhelm expansion. That one's easy. Seasonal landscapes unfrozen. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, related to seasons, I mean, this is easy at least. Seasons integration. Maybe I'm pushing close to seasonal landscapes and my own contribution to that goal. Snow-covered areas. Seasonal changes to snowy areas. Complete freezing during the winter. Partial thawing during spring and autumn. Complete unfreezing during summer. Wow! Oh! My gosh. Ah, so you would need a lot of patching. Oof. That is ouchy. That is going to be big. I mean, seasonal gameplay is something that's pretty important to me. So maybe we can find a way to make the Dindulot output smaller. That would be ideal. Damn. Oof. Summer Morthal. Look at that. Beautiful. Summer Skull Village. Crazy. Yeah, I want to see what the Northern Expanse Summer. Yeah, okay, this is fucking crazy. I don't know if... See, that's the other thing is I don't know if these areas would unfreeze to this extent, right? Like, I'm not a... oh my god. I was about to say climatologist. What's... I don't know. Yeah, but Connor, the thing about that, though, is that the people who are happy with 200 gigabyte plus mod lists, the Venn diagram of those people and the target audience for us is practically two circles that aren't touching. It's not, there is some overlap, but it's like, it's the same thing that it's always been, where like Ultimate Skyrim, Wildlander, etc. is aiming to bring its experience to a much, much wider audience that does not already, you know, consist of people who are Skyrim players, Skyrim modders. So that's like, it's an important consideration for sure. Say, considering, given the massive scale of the changes, but it's a super interesting idea that I would love to explore, and it's very likely will integrate seasons. What the fuck? Seasons. Need to evaluate this. Say tag seasons, environment visuals. Honestly, Jay, I would not be surprised if it actually is just visuals. They might consider sort of diving into seasonal gameplay type things a bit out of scope, or it's just obviously a very different skill set to do that. I feel like most of the stuff that I've seen for the season's architecture is like, I mean like the framework, not like in-game architecture. That's where those mods generally land. I know there are some that try to make, you know, gameplay changes, but it does seem mostly visual thus far. I could be wrong. There could be stuff that I haven't seen. That is actually not a bad idea. Well, the fact that it needs to be there no matter what, I'm not so much worried about download times as I am install size on disk. I mean, download times are also an important consideration. That is true. Considering. Alright, cool. Solitude interiors, meshes, fixes. That's a mouthful. Visual inconsistencies, bugs. Huh, I've never noticed. I've noticed that one. Well, I mean, yeah, we would add this. No reason not to, really. Say approved. Say item and object, visuals, environment visuals, bug fixes, solitude. How about that? Approved. I think you can call this misc fixes for sure. Yeah, it is. So Dindulod 3.0 is kind of gnarly. It's very gnarly with its like fail safes, you might say. It will really throw you out if everything is not kind of, you know, exactly as it's supposed to be. And in general, I think that if we ask users to do it, we're going to create a lot of the problems than we solve. This has got to be the Strahd fight, right? Yeah, definitely. I think. I don't know. Probably definitely. Deadly Dragons. Oh, like the old one? Found dragons to be on the lackluster. Sure, a low running way is probably better. Unit higher, low. They be less than a challenge. This mod adds new dragon types, different resistances, and attack patterns. Is this good old Apollo Downs one? No, I'm thinking of Dragon Combat Overhaul. I like the idea of additional attacks. I mean, this is not the case for us. And it's level scaled. Oh, did you, Lizzie? Sorry, let me see. Yeah, I mean, well, it's like the user's specifically talking about how they find dragons to be too weak, I suppose, in Requiem and in Wildlander and Ultimate Skyrim. But that's a tough... Uh-oh, wait. Can't play that. Hopefully that 2 seconds didn't... I was like, I know what that is. Let's do another one of these. Castle Ravenloft. This is like the reworked version. Let's do this again. Better, yeah, exactly. That's kind of like what I'm thinking. I'm gonna say, considering but leaning unlikely, I'm always down for more interesting mechanics and especially new attacks for dragons. However, I'm not entirely convinced that the dragons are too easy as they are now, and in fact, I think they're quite difficult for the vast majority of players, so I need to evaluate the current balance before a decision to disrupt it to this degree. Say enemy mechanic, yeah, enemy balance. Say hard mode. You can always make it hard mode. Yeah, customization for sure. That would be nice. And then there's, is this the same mod that, like, I know there's another mod with dragons that try to add sort of like new elemental based stuff, right? Or like maybe it was like a, I can't remember if it was like a dragon combat mod and like a crafting mod where it adds like kind of unique dragon drops, or like maybe just drops from different elemental dragons. I don't know if these just would overwrite each other or should be integrated with each other or whatever. I almost want to call this like dragon expansion. Dragon Pass. We'll call it Enemy Balance Pass 1. Chill. That'll do. Oh, wow. So we've got more dragon stuff here. Yeah, this is the OG... Oh, so this is the same person. They would really like dragons to be harder, it seems. Say, considering we have used DCO before, and I do miss some of its unique attacks. Like, however, I do think the mod massively upset the balance, and if we actually to integrate this, we need to really curb a lot of the craziness, like the guaranteed triple dragon, multi-dragon attacks that Lizzie mentioned. Like, it would be possible to... Oh, here, I can zoom in a little bit so it's easier for people to read. It would be possible probably to kind of curb some of that crazy stuff, but who knows how much work that would be. Let's go. Same thing as before. Enemy balance, say hard mode. There we go. I think that was all we go considering. Let's say, oops. Add milestone. Enemy balance pass. Say dragon. There's a lot that shows up. You hit that. Dragon Remains is what I was thinking of. I'm actually kind of just using this as a chance to see all the stuff that might be suggested for dragons. Diverse dragons, maybe, is what I was thinking of. I was always confused between deadly dragons and diverse dragons. Yeah, I remember that picture too, Lizzie. And that's just like, okay, no. Definitely we're not doing that. Combat gameplay overhaul. Probably, I'm assuming it's classic combat gameplay overhaul, right? Procedurally, yeah. So we have stuff for these. Okay. Say unlikely. There are definitely some things from CGO I like a lot, and I've evaluated it extensively. However, there are other things I don't think are a great fit for Wildlander's more realism, say, oriented combat, and also some of Geo's best features have seen standalone implementations we already slotted for inclusion, such as procedural leading. Say standalone alternate implementations. Integrating CGO means attempting to decouple all the parts we don't want to use, which I think is too cumbersome to seriously consider, at least at this time. Boom. Unlikely. I think that's the first unlikely that we've gotten so far. Say combat, say animations, say honestly, yeah, item and effect balance too. And sure, that's fine. What the hell? Oh, that's my keyboard software. Get on out of here. Cool. What did I hit? Oh, I clicked through. Look, it's my keyboard. I was sending that to somebody. Why is this so... Ah, I see. I see. Okay. Alright, Environs, Riften Warehouse. That's a cool name for a, I'm assuming, like a location expansion series. Riften Warehouse after disrupting Scum operation at East Emperor adds immersion feeling change the world. Cool. I like stuff like that. Let's see what it looks like. Oh shit. Is that Centaur? Maybe not. It looks very Dark Souls, that, I mean, it's the vignette as well. This is cool. That's rad. Honestly, I'm like, man, clearly like someone with design sense too, so. I'm fucking down. Say approved. Assuming no issues. Super dope, and that sort of world reactivity we love to see. Even impacts mechanics with its addition of a useful vendor. There you go. Say, oh wait, oops. I hope I've been putting these in the right spot. Say economy, say Windhelm, say reactive, AI reactivity, dynamic world. That's fine. I would call that Windhelm expansion. Or, yeah, okay, that's fine. Approved. Cool. Oh, I forgot to blink again. My eyes are bleeding. I can feel it. Oh, Riften, sorry. Wait, really? Wow. I was thinking this was like the warehouse in Windhelm. Well, Riften then. Thanks, y'all. Wow. Yes. Thank you. I would have skipped right past it. Conquest of... Oh, this is that one. I read about this on Skyrim mods. So this one's gnarly. This might have been the one that we were talking about, Jay, on Discord, in Discord. Whatever's correct there. Organic factions integration. I mean, honestly, that's what it fits best. I forgot the lower tag. Oh, whoops. Ah, I see. All right, I'll go back and change it. Remind me after I finish this one. Oh, let's do it right now. I didn't change it yet. Riften, what was it called? Oh, environs. Easy. Thanks, y'all. Okay, now we'll go back to... Here we are. Ugh. Conquest of Skyrim. So I would like to look at the page for... Nope, not you. For this. Because I haven't yet. Thanks for hanging out, SK. Much appreciated. Ambitious mod that allows the player to create their own faction independent and blah, blah, blah. I mean, okay, I generally know what's going on here enough to kind of type about it. Say, considering this is a super dope concept and I would be excited to dive in and check it out. However, it goes without saying that this would be a, let's say, one. This would be a massive, actually here, let's do it this way. The mechanics stretch across the Civil War, which is super wonky. Say, the scale of the mechanics is massive and would take a lot of time to evaluate and smooth over if necessary, and it's pretty much guaranteed to be necessary. We'll say we have, say, already have some prospects for organic factional gameplay that might overlap with some of this mod's features, so we can be mindful of that as well. Overall, still super exciting, and maybe there's a version of implementation that can, alongside some of these other ideas, but would take careful consideration for sure. There you go. AI reactivity, dynamic world for sure. Factions and relationships. Let's see. Civil War. Wow. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, there is an argument that because the Civil War is already so inconsistent, you're not losing that much by trying to introduce some new mechanics, as long as, of course, you know, you maintain a similar level of consistency. Of course, there's also the argument that that would be impossible. It wouldn't be possible to maintain a similar level of consistency, and it's just going to make it worse. But, you know, you never know. It's really, I mean, I love stuff like this far more than anything that's in the Civil War as is. So preserving that stuff is not, you know, the highest priority for me. All right, cool. Any other things I'm missing? I don't think so. Considering. Sick. Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm thinking, right, Jay? But, you know, famous last words. I say I can't make something less stable, and I bet you I could. Feral eyes. Beast eyes for humanoid races. Let me see here. 100. Wow. Wait a second. Did I try this out already? No, I have not. How big are we talking? Oh, well, this is we use. Wow, there's gonna be a lot of eye options if we add this. How big is it? This is so small, that's nothing. Fine, approved, easy. Small file size, so why not have more cool options? Say player customization, humanoid visuals. Scary song, Winter's Wrath. An epic Rhyme of the Frost Maiden. We actually almost used this song, Braving the Cold, and this song, The Whale's Trust, for the trailer, but Travis said that he would be down instead to make something from scratch. Okay. So like a player... appearance, I guess? I don't have like a player customization milestone. Doesn't really make sense, I think. Approved. Nice. We did it. Sleek wolf armor replacer and standalone. Oh, really? Yo, what's up, Beta? Beta? Hey. This looks pretty fucking slick. It's very shiny. Looks kind of aliased there. But that's just maybe without anti-aliasing. Why do I know Koyima? I'm always afraid to click authors' profiles. You never know what you're going to find. Oh. I have downloaded it. Yeah, I know. Oh, hoods. Koyima's hoods. That sounds familiar. I don't know. I'll say, I mean, it looks good to me, even if we add it standalone. Not a JoJo reference. Say approve, looks. It's possible though that, okay, so like I have downloaded at least once, like some other mod packs, right, Lizzie? So it's possible that I didn't download, and usually when it comes to like new armors and weapons, like I've usually not downloaded those myself. And those are often included in other packs. Looks dope to me. Say new items, say item and object visuals. And also companions, I suppose. Armor pack. Approved. Yeah, this user might have the highest ratio, if not just the most raw numbers. Consistency fix. 152. All right, I got 8 minutes. Where, Lizzie, do you have any idea what the count is? I really have not been keeping track. Somewhere in the double digits, I'm pretty sure. Kill super arts, play ghostly instruments. Ooh. Oh, really? That's funny. Ah, I never noticed that before. I don't even know if I've encountered a ghostly bard. Say... visuals, bug fixes. Is this the... yeah, this is, The Whale's Trust. This is a good song. Check it out. I mean, all of them are good songs, but I really like it in particular. Kind of gives me like Hollow Knight vibes, almost. Like a slightly more uplifting Green Path. Green Path is a little bit more melancholic, even though it's definitely the more uplifting of the two nature environment areas in Hollow Knight. Yeah, for real, lazy noob. Chill. Harvest your blood for Septimus. Yo. 18? Hey, not bad. I'll take it. That's like an hour. Harvest your own blood for Septimus Cygnus during this certain blood sent they have relevant blood. What does he need blood for in that quest? I can't remember. Who made this? Taylor, what's up? I don't remember. Yeah, why would you not be? I mean, that's pretty cool. Oh, this is cool too. Oh, I want to see this. What happens if you do this? He's playing a Dwemer character. Cool animation. Wow, it gives you all the different blood. That's so cool. Toshinori. Okay. Proved. Cool little quality of life consistency feature. Say quality of life. We'll say quest expansions, I guess. And we'll say, wouldn't call it a bug fix. I think that's good. Proved. It's a quest and dungeon pack. Chill. 19. Oh, sorry about that. Let's see, random barrel. That should be add milestone. I guess that's misc fixes too. Vampires have claws. Ooh. Maybe. But it's like, would vampires necessarily have claws? Or, I mean, the vampires have kind of like a claw-based attack animation for hand-to-hand, don't they? Plasma NPCs have antlers. Shh, I see images. Which is not, we don't, they do Celestial. We could always change that. Whoa, okay, I don't think I can show that. Oops. Well, I'll say, let's see. Say considering. Yeah, I'm like, oh, ooh. I'm kind of just mindlessly scrolling over things, you know what I mean? Considering. I am not sure I would like vampires to have claws, but they definitely do use claw animations for melee right now. So it would make most sense to lean more in a single direction by either changing their anims or adding these claws. Yeah, I would say so. I would say that's not exactly what you might call or if it's realistic, then yes, that is a person who would suffer from horrendous back issues. I think it's fair to say. Maybe she has counterweights. It's like bionic. Oh, by the way, I can't recommend this highly enough. Has anyone yet seen, and don't spoil it for me if you have and you're further than I am, I'm only on like episode 4, but has anyone seen Jury Duty yet? Because it is so fucking funny. It is a great reality show, prank show. The basic premise, if you have not heard of it, is that there's like a trial in which literally just one guy is real and everyone else around him is actors, and he has no idea. And it's really fucking funny. It's like absolutely amazing. Let's see here. I would call that vampirism. We're going to call it humanoid visuals. I have one option for like hand-to-hand. Wouldn't quite call it combat mechanics, so I'm just going to leave it there. Maybe quality of life, because it's kind of like a consistency thing. Excuse me. Yeah, chiropractors would do numbers in modded Skyrim. There's some wild stuff out there, that's for sure. Oh, whoops. Okay. Chill. Considering, we call this vampirism overhaul? Whoa. Wait, no. Shit. Damn it, which one? Oh, this is unassigned. I always do this. Vampirism. Cool, so that makes 20. Right before time, right? Not bad. Count the, oh yeah, I should just check that. Cool. All right, y'all. Well, I do have to run. I got a bunch of stuff that I got to do today. And I actually saw my friends calling me who's supposed to be visiting later, so that might be something. But I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. I'm really excited to be able to start diving back into stuff. God knows it's been just too long. I'll keep you guys posted with the progress. Again, this next kind of week and a half is going to be pretty gnarly for me as far as freelance goes, so definitely don't expect any sort of crazy progress on the development thus far. But I will be taking a look at it and kind of getting a sense, and I don't know, it's just nice to be at a point when we can actually do things again, or I say I can actually do things again without just sort of planning to do things or planning to plan, if you know what I mean. So let's go ahead and see who's online. Who's online? Oi, I don't like hearing my own voice. Well, no one's Skyrim that I can see. Who of all these people? Maybe Bakba Soup? I think so. It's been a long time since we checked out a Bakba Soup. This is all speedrunning, right? Except for Lyric. Lyric's not a speedrunner, as far as I know. But, you know, I don't think Lyric needs the shout out. Lyric's probably doing pretty well. Let's see. Bakba Soup. Bach is super dope. He's primarily a Resident Evil speedrunner. Makes sense to me that he'd be playing Dead Island 2. I'm actually kind of curious how that game will end up being. God knows it's been in development limbo for so long. But yeah, definitely stick around. And will do, Connor. Connor, go online right now. You can just sit and talk about Wildlander. More Wildlander content for the fans. Oh, man. All right, y'all. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. That's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. If I'm forgetting something, then, you know, oops, time's up. And yeah, you know where to find us. You got suggestions, feedback, comments, questions. You know what to do. At least I hope you do. If you don't, actually, then we have suggestion forms for the mods. We've got discussion channels on Discord, feedback channel that we look at. So go ahead and, you know, drop us a line. Send us a cool suggestion or maybe a bag of cookies in the mail. Much more likely to get your suggestion passed that way, I gotta say. All right, y'all. I really appreciate you hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, VOD viewers. Love you. Love you. I'll be in your dreams. Bye-bye.